prove it to you I'm better than you. Like, I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you better at telling a story? Are you 100%. Better at getting accurate
They're not better. It's like, that shit cringeworthy. I watch that shit. It's not good.
Yo.
All right, bro. We are back at it again. You see my friend. This is Hayes. Hayes Sounds what they call me. Hold it down. We got the crown. Elliot Wilson slams It Is What It Is podcast. Pause. Says Camron and Mase aren't journalists. New Warrior Mall. Let's go.
So you do have to understand how in 2023-24 things have changed.
Yes, sir.
Media has changed.
Yes, sir.
Technology has made it to where people enjoy things differently now. People want to sit and watch somebody stream and just be in the house and do whatever. And if a celebrity pulls up to kick it with them on their stream, people watch it. They like it.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the prototypical, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, let's interview type of thing.
Yeah.
People like to, I think, for celebrities and things like that, I think they rather feel more comfortable and at ease instead of sitting somewhere and feeling like they're being grilled.
Yeah, feel like more of a safe space.
What's going on? Yeah. And you spoke out about, your feelings on that. And
it bothers me still to this day.
But why does it bother you?
Because it's like there needs to be a balance. I think when you put an album out, for example, any artist, right? You put an album out, I don't think the album is like your own reflection of it. I think you need to talk about your art, what you did to somebody you trust or respect. Like it gets lost without that. It's just like one album, like, oh, put the album out. Even Freddie Gibbs, like your champion Freddie Gibbs album, right? All day.
I don't mean to be rude or like, I don't know what bruh got going on, but what's happening there? Like why like it sounds like I ain't gonna put nothing on him. I'm just saying I don't know if maybe he had dental work, pause. Like I don't know what happened there, but like okay. But yeah, I do agree. I do agree with. Oh, but let's hear him talk a little bit more before I give my opinion.
Freddie Gibbs, he don't want to talk to nobody. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
But I think Freddie's comes from just more disdain for being in the industry for 10 years and a lot of shit going on with that. But
there's an imbalance in the game.
Where I think it's odd, and I've defended.
I gotta agree with that. There is an imbalance in the game. I think there's nothing wrong with whoever the artist is going to a Kai Cenat or one of the streamers to interact with the people, show their personality. There's nothing wrong with that, but the problem is we don't ever get actual musical talk. We don't actually get questions regarding the album or the mindset or the production or the lyrics you're not going to get anything like that. So it does bother me that we don't really get those interviews anymore. We don't get the Angie Martinez, Sway in the morning, Big Boy in the Neighborhood type of interviews anymore because they don't really care about the music. They care about the personality. That's the issue. But I think for people to connect to the music, you need to actually give questions and answer questions about the music. But that's just me. But go ahead.
Did you all year when it was you versus the streamers, just because you my mans, but I am here to say that my issue is that you haven't leaned all the way into it, because I agree with you. There's still, it's okay to have our favorite artists go and have fun on a stream and do a sleepover with Kai. I think it's incredible. Yeah. But there needs to be somewhat of a balance, especially in a time where if we don't get an interview, we don't know anything about your life, and rappers are more celebrities than they are musicians now.
Yeah.
If I don't get a hold in Drake, Nas, if I don't get any of those interviews, I can go to the album and find out where they're at in their life. That's how you get attached as a fan to an artist.
Yep.
Now they're more celebrity than they are musician. So who you are as a person is way more important. I think the sit-down interview is what people actually care more. Because y'all not talking about shit in your music.
Yo, but why
so I can't get any type of connection.
Why is it so cool with all media now?
That's actually a good point. Like I'm not getting anything of substance in your music, so why should I do an interview with you? Or sit down and actually get a in-depth interview about your music where you're not talking about nothing. That's also true. So I can see both sides. I'm not
talking about shit in your music.
Yo, but why?
So I can't get any type of connection.
Why is it so cool with all media now, but then everybody will talk to media? It's like it's an imbalance.
Well, media is only interviewing media because I feel like the fans shifted, and I think we saw that the most. And I don't want to get in a full-blown Kendrick Drake thing, but we saw that in May. The complete shift, it was right in front of our faces that these people are fans of content, they're not fans of music.
Wow.
And a lot of those fans are fans of media people even though we talk about music, we do talk about a bunch of other shit. It's very much a lifestyle content-based game with podcasting and streaming. Like, as much as I do want to hear from Kai about music, that's like a minuscule part of Kai's brand.
You want that from
Kai
him,
is Kai's brand, not his opinion on what a Cardi song is.
Yeah.
So these fans are interested in media, messy media shit, in media talking to other media. Less than the artists, because the artists aren't as interesting maybe as we once thought they were.
But we have to have the interviews that balance the commentary, right? Like, we have commentary all day, but it's like, yo, where's the conversation with these people that are making the art?
Do you think...
Where's that balance? Like, there's no balance anymore.
Do you think there's a lot of artists that have good teams behind them that are telling them don't go do that because people have a different view of you
cool to do that,
when you have to do a long form? I saw with the presidency shit where everyone was saying, yo, Trump did a great thing by going with Rogan. People got to know him for 3 hours, not talk about politics. To carry a 3 hour conversation.
Strategic,
And Kamala's team said they didn't want to do that because it was exposing too much of who she really was. She can't control a 3 hour interview. I think people are getting the same advice to their artists, whether it be label execs or major.
100%.
We know how you are when you're...
I think that's stupid. Yeah, they don't care about, they don't really care about substance today. They don't really care about the music today. It's all about the gossip. It's all about the rumors. Like, journalists get into that too, but like, they also got into they put the medicine in the dessert. Like, they actually, today it's all dessert, it's all sugar, it's all sweet. Like, nigga, like, it's just...
on a microphone. Everyone's gonna dislike you. So if you have to do a 2 hour interview with someone that's really a journalist, if I'm managing an artist I know is not built for that, I'm definitely gonna tell them, yo, do it live and we'll do it together.
Are you prepared to tell the truth, right? Like, is Drake prepared to have a real conversation about everything that went on? Like, Kendrick, Cole, are they prepared right now to have a real conversation? Maybe not.
Okay, probably, but why would they owe that this soon? Even though I would want that.
They don't owe it. I'm saying that they're not ready for it, I don't think, right now.
But why do you say they're not ready for it?
Because it requires so much honesty of, like, really looking at the whole landscape of what happened. The introspection of it's like, yo, we're not there yet.
But with people like Cole and Drake, I think we're going to get that in the music on the next album, both of them. So yeah, of course I'd want them to sit down and have to really answer to certain questions. I would love for Kendrick to sit with someone and someone straight up ask, do you really think Drake is a pedophile? Like, I want those questions, of course. But with them, I don't care as much because they will put that in the music. These younger artists, they're not saying shit either. So where is the connection as a consumer?
The young artists don't even know how to talk.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'm like, they're not doing interviews because they don't know how to speak. I don't want to hear
half of these young artists speak. Like, they don't even know how to talk.
But y'all say that, but there's also this other group of artists that are now content creators. They're media. Like, we always do the City Girl number 7 as a joke, but Young Miami is good at what she does for the purpose of it. There is still a side, and those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media.
Talib Kweli, like, he is a great podcaster. Nori, even though I hate him as an interviewer, he does have a great platform that at least that shows appreciation to the OGs of the art of the art form. So you got people like that, but then there are the other guys or the other girls that I don't think are good at that at all. But, you know, to each his own, I guess.
Summer Walker's media. Camron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. That's what we're doing.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean into. Be the old villain.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why is this poor journalist? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But him and Mase have proved to have a good opinion that people care about.
He got Mase having a job and really like check because the bag is there.
Was a pastor.
But Elliot, you don't think that we all?
He's a pastor. I'm glad that he's admitting though that he's hating. At least he admit like, yeah, I'm hating. See, I can't even be mad at Elliot. If you're gonna be a hater, admit that you hating. That's all I ask. Like, so I can't even be mad at Elliot. I ain't got no smoke for him because at least he's being honest. Now I want to know why, but let's. I don't know if they're gonna go into let's
from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods in front of our buildings.
But Mark, don't make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying we all sit around in our groups with our friends and talk about
our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music. That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharpe a journalist?
Well, I missed that. My bad. I was talking. But just because you sit around like at the barbershop, don't make niggas say a lot of wrong. You know how much wrong stuff I heard over the past 4 or 6 months about the election? Like, you know how much misinformation niggas was giving out and tweeting and posting and like just because you have a microphone and have a camera don't make you no journalist, nigga. People ain't doing no research. People ain't fact checking. People ain't. So yeah, I don't care how popular you are. You have to prove your worth in terms of if you're going to call yourself a journalist, though.
That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharpe a journalist?
No, but that's the easier bridge.
Not.
That's where the athlete becomes the media. That's the easier Charles Barkley. That's easier transition.
So why is it easier for the athlete but not the artist?
It's not easier, but I don't like it because like you imagine like this is the shit I do well, and not everybody want to do it, and they get the celebrity off that shit.
You don't like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalist to have this conversation.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom line.
The best I ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity or what? So I can talk about that. I don't like that shit. And not be a hater. Yeah. It's reality.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
But Elliot, what
Imagine
would make you better at it? Because in this day and age, it's just not about getting the information right. It's about who's more entertaining. So who are you to say I'm better at this than them when what
I'll prove it to you I'm better than you. Like I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you better at telling a story? Are you 100%. Better at getting accurate
They're not better. Like that shit cringeworthy. I watch that shit. It's not good.
Yo.
Shit ain't popping.
Yo, all right, bro. I gave you, hey, I allowed you to say they're not journalists because I don't believe there are a lot of them. I think just get information from stat people and then give them the questions to ask or give them the stats to say while they're in production. Like, a lot of them not doing the actual own research, ain't fact checking, ain't, like I said before. Yeah, like Shannon Sharpe, nigga, all you gotta do is watch an interview of his. He ain't no journalist. He just asking questions that he's probably giving, nigga. And reacting. That's all he's doing. So yeah, I'm not calling no Shannon. I love Shannon Sharpe. He's one of the most entertaining personalities in the world. But I'm not calling no Shannon Sharpe no journalist. He's an analyst. I'll give him analyst. Yeah, like analyst, Cam and Mase analyst. I ain't giving you journalist. I think that holds a way more credible. That's a way more credible title, respectfully. But yeah, not to say Cam and Mase are not good or Shannon Sharpe ain't good. Now that's just pure. That's pure hate right there. Come on, Elliot. Come on, dog.
It ain't popping.
I don't agree.
What's the Camron interview? Was like, yo, Camron really asked the questions. Like, what are you talking about? No.
But what interview did Cam take away from something of, let's say we're the hip hop, even if Maul and I aren't journalists, we're still in hip hop media. You are a hip hop journalist. What interview did Cam take away from us?
They have celebrity has access to different things that I may not have. And again, I do feel like they underperform.
See, I think I have to push back there because you have had 25 years of relationships with publicists, PR interviews.
30.
The three majors where Cam is a celebrity and has, relationships for him being in the game for 30 years. But you have direct relationships with the majors that the rest of the podcasting world never had. So you still do have that. I think we have to go back to the period at the end of the sentence of what the fans want. And with Cam or Young Miami, maybe they just want to be entertained. With Kai, they just want to be entertained. They don't want to be informed. They don't want to be informed.
But I think it's also on it's also the responsibility of the person who's making the content to maybe shape what the fan wants. If we're saying all I gotta do is look at Kendrick. If Kendrick Lamar only listened to the fans or only listen to a portion of fans that say that he's boring or he only makes I guess, Negro spiritual music, whatever you want to call it, then he would just make a billion Pull Up, Drink, like a bunch of just singles. He could easily do it. We've seen it this year alone. He could easily make, that music. But I think it's also up to the content creator or the artist to challenge the status quo, to challenge the audience or the supporter or the fan to maybe change your ear. If we don't do that and just cater to what the fans want, we'll never grow or evolve. So you have to, I think, in some aspects, yes, cater to them. In another aspect, maybe challenge them, maybe show them a different way or a new direction to what they wouldn't think about. So I think you have to have balance, like they've been saying this whole entire time.
Access goes to them above me. That's the problem I have. That's what it comes down to.
So
you see what I'm saying? Because it seems sexy. Like, yo, Cam's a sports reporter now. Hey, woo,
okay,
woo.
but let's not act like that's not always been hip hop or entertainment at the time. We've seen things that were hot and then failed immediately, but at that time, that was the hot shit that people went to.
And
that's like any genre.
They don't have to fail. It's all good. They can do their thing. I'm just saying, like, yo, I'm competing. I want a shot. I'm in this. I'm still here. Mm-hmm. I want to compete.
But that goes back.
But now you sound like the old nigga in the park that don't get picked up no more.
And I don't want to be that. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm not. And I'm not saying that you are that.
Yo, Damaris is throwing so many strays. Elliot is not acknowledging. I just want to point that out. Damaris this whole entire time has been throwing shade this whole entire time. I just want to put that out.
Because
it's so
I know your work. I'm from New York City. I know Elliot Wilson's work.
My nigga.
But I do understand at the same time, like, there was a time where what I was into growing up, my parents and my uncles, they was kind of like, yo, what is that y'all listen to? That's great.
Maul, it wasn't fly to be media.
No, that's a fact.
Nigga, you're media.
That's a fact.
You built a whole foundation. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But that you did that. You did. Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
it wasn't fly.
That plus the format changing, whether it be YouTube, social media.
My life is that.
Because print was cool, but it was never sexy because at the end of the shit, it was just your name.
I made as fly as I could back then with Double XL, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't that fly.
But I feel like you, and this is why I was defending you all year, you adapted, and why I think people like Kai and other streamers should look at you, because I watched you since I was a kid adapt to the new shit every time.
Yeah.
The source was the source. It was the only thing, that was it, the Bible. There could never be another magazine.
Yeah.
Shifted, went to Double XL. Everyone was blackballed. All right, I'll go with the people that are blackballed. Here you go. Here's 50 Cent on a cover. Double XL, because, like, you always shifted with that. Then when the blogs came, even though you pissed off Nah Right and everyone else because they felt like you were late to the party.
Oh, shit, Nah Right. I heard that name in a second. Cool dude. Yeah.
Cover. Double XL, because, like, you always shifted with that. Then when the blogs came, even though you pissed off Nah Right and everyone else because they felt like you were late to the party, to the regular consumer, you weren't.
They hated Rap Radar, right?
Rap Radar came.
Oh, my God.
But then
Rap Radar was fire.
How all those bloggers viewed you, I think, is how you're viewing someone like Camron. Because you have all the connections and relationships that maybe SK, Low, Mech, and them didn't have. But you still looked like somebody that was at the forefront of shifting to blogs. Then we made podcasting popping. Then Rap Radar podcast came, and you took God knows how many interviews from us. But you continue to adapt. So that's why I'm shocked to hear the things that you're saying now, because I've only known you to adapt.
And you're right. Now I'm in the process of adapting. I got my own Elliot Wilson experience thing popping off January 7th. Interviews. Bigger Picture with DJ Head, Jeremy Heck. I'm trying. I'm out here.
No worry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with bruh. Again, I ain't trying to make no assumptions or speculate, so I'm not even going. I'm not going to speak on it. But I hate. See the thing. I hate Elliot. I understand what Elliot is saying. I hate his explanation, because his explanation basically is saying, well, I hate that they're more popular than me, and they starting off doing journalism, so that's why I don't like them. Now, also he said it because they're not good. I can't agree with that. I think what Elliot is trying to say, I'm not trying to speak for him, or how I interpret it as is, I had to grind to do this, to be media for 20, 30 years. Like I had to go to school. I had to study. I had to be graded on how good of a journalist I am. I had to actually write. I had to learn how to do a write-up. I had to go to print. I had to know how to interview. I had to learn how to get information. I had to network. I had to do all these things that your popular streamers or rappers don't have to do. They can just all of a sudden have a microphone and camera, and now they're journalists. I think calling them journalists is what the issue is. Calling them media also, like when Kai Cenat or I forget the girl, is it Carisha that was with Diddy, was getting like awards for greatest podcast of the year or whatever. It did bother me because I'm like, they're not doing anything that's moving the culture forward, and they don't even care about the music for real. Why are we giving them awards for stuff that ain't got nothing to do with music for real? Like, I'm not understanding that. So I think the problem is you got people like Elliot Wilson who have been on the grind for literally decades, that have put in the work to get to where they're at today. And just because somebody can use their celebrity to put a camera on and put on a microphone now and put on a suit or a dress, now they're gonna say, I'm media today. It's like, it don't work like that. You gotta show your worth. People like Elliot Wilson or Angie Martinez or a Big Boy Radio, even a Joe Budden, they have to show their worth. They had to grind it out. People forget, before Joe Budden podcast, he was on Hot 97. Like, he was doing radio way back when. I understand that, but at the same time, you just gotta focus on your own stuff, man. You gotta focus on your own lane. Don't look at everybody else, bro. Let me know what you think about the whole journalist. Do you consider Shannon Sharp, Cam, Mase, all these other people, Kai Cenat, do you consider them journalists? Are they just media? Are they just are they just content creators? What do you consider them? Like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of things. Hold it down is what we do. Me.